I'm so glad I visited you today. It's been a long time.
You know you're always welcome over. I've been so busy. A lot has been happening. But tell me, what's been happening in your life?
I've been going through a lot lately and it hasn't been easy for me.
So what's wrong? Did your boyfriend do anything?
Kole has been fine. It's just something else.
What's it? What's happening?
He'll call me crazy. I think I'm crazy too.
So what happened? What's wrong? I promise you I won't call you crazy. Just tell me what's happening.
I'm actually finding it hard to understand what's happening to me.
Just tell me.
Do you know about the story of Madam Koi Koi?
Madam Koi Koi. What does that have to do with you?
She has everything to do. Everything, Arike. She's haunting me. Madam Koi Koi is haunting me.
What? I don't understand. What's happening?
I told you you won't understand.
Shokai, I'm sorry. I'm not going to call you crazy. Please sit down and tell me what's wrong.
I was 12 years old when all this started. She always comes to my dream, taunts me and tells me I can never amount to anything.
Who tells you these things?
Madam Koi Koi, that's the name I give her. But her real name is Miss Poinsola. Everybody hated her. She was so mean. She beat us without her cane. Laugh at us and tell us we are worthless and never amount to anything.
Wow.
I hated her with my soul. In our second semester, she was teaching and she asked a question. She pointed at me to answer it, but I got it wrong. She told me, she called me and beat me up. After beating me up, I ended up at the sick bay.
Wow.
With bandages all over my body. I got the news that she was fired. All teachers and parents were so happy about it because she was reported many times for beating students.
Wow. So what happened?
Yeah, it was a big deal. We were so happy that day. My friend and I had a mini party because we felt that was it. She was going. But we heard what happened to her.
What happened to her?
On her way, she got into the car and she got into the car, left to go home and had an accident.
Wow.
And died at the spot.
It's terrible.
I'm telling you, they rushed her to the hospital, but before they got there, she was dead.
Wow, so what does that have to do with your dreams?
And ever since then, she always come around at this time of the year into my dreams, haunt me, taunt me, and tell me I can never amount to anything.
I can't believe this has been happening to you. Why didn't you tell me sooner?
You have to understand, this is Madam Koi Koi we are talking about. I can't believe you believe me.
Have you talked to anybody about this?
Yeah, my mom. She even thinks I need prayer and fasting.
No, I don't think this is supernatural. I've had my fair share with that. I think it's probably just your guilt manifesting in your dreams and stuff.
I guess so. I feel so guilty about it. I feel so guilty she died.
I have a therapist friend who I can recommend to you. She's really good.
Okay, but I think there's something deeper to this.
No, I don't think so. But if it is, I have someone we can take you to. But let's first go with the therapist.
Alright, thank you very much. I just want to say thank you. Hello, Arike.
Hi, Sope, welcome.
Yeah, thanks so much for the recommendation. I really appreciate it. I've been going for the therapy and that is so amazing. I've been able to sleep well for some time now.
I told you, I'm happy you're talking to Andy. She's very good.
Yeah, she's so good and I think I'm much more better. Oh, I'm tired right now and I'll be going to sleep right now. Why don't we do lunch tomorrow?
Hey, thank you. Sleep well. See you later.
Alright, bye-bye.
Bye.
Did you really think that it was that easy?
Who is that? Who is there?
You know exactly who it is.
Sorry, I'm so sorry.
You thought talking about your feelings would get rid of me. You must be more stupid than I thought.
welcome to the first video in OmogeMuRa Halloween week. I'm so excited. The first tutorial slash the first transformation I'm going to be doing is the ghost of Madame Coin Coin. I have been inspired by the story of Madame Coin Coin for quite some time, so I decided to play around with the concept of Madame Coin Coin and create these characters. So let us begin with the video and with the tutorial. First thing I'm going to do is fill in my brows. I'm not even filling them in like properly, I'm just filling them in like random ass brows. I'm just doing like a base of makeup. So I just filled in my brows a little bit. I put some eyeshadow on my eyes. I don't even know why I did this because I'm still going to put some eyeshadow later. But anyway, I filled my brows, put some eyeshadow on, put on some lashes, and I put on a light layer of foundation. Now me putting on this light layer of foundation is very important because I need it for the face paints that I'm going to put on my face. So I also put some foundation on my lips and I put it down my neck. To darken my brows, I used a little bit of mascara, and then I also smudged my eyeshadow and smudged my lashes because I wanted them to be like rough. I also smudged my lipstick because I imagine like if you're in a car crash, like your lipstick is all smudged and fucked up. So that is why I did this. Now I'm going to set the first layer of foundation with some white powder. I'm setting it with this white powder to kind of like lighten my skin because we're going for a ghost-like appearance, but also to help add like layers. Now we're going to go in with some face paints. Going to start off first with the white face paint, and I'm so happy I put the base of foundation because the foundation and the white face paint mixed together and it just created a very ghost skin-like thing. I'm not really sure how to explain it, but I just like the way my skin looked with the mixture of the foundation and the white face paint. Don't forget to color your ears white because I mean you're a ghost, so everything is white around you. Then I'm setting it with the white powder. This is gonna make the skin more opaque and make it look more, you know, skin-like. Then we're gonna go in with some modeling wax. This is the messiest part of this tutorial, but basically I'm gonna be creating the place, like the broken skin where the glass is sticking out of. So I put a little bit of modeling wax and I'm using some oil to kind of like smoothing out that area, as what I'm doing right now. Yeah, it's very, very messy, as you can see. My hands are like annoyingly covered with this shit. But yeah, I'm using oil to kind of smoothen it out. So I wanted to create three like puncture sites of glass, but in the beginning I did 2. So I'm using this rough spatula to kind of cut some lines in the modeling wax, and then I'm taking my fake glass. Now you can create fake glass with sugar, but I decided to just take a water bottle and cut off like some pieces of the water bottle and just like create it into glass like shape. So that's what I'm sticking into that area right now. Like I'm sticking it into that wound, not wound, but like where the modeling wax is, so it looks like it's coming out of my skin. Now we're going to use some liquid latex, and this is going to harden the prosthetic. You're basically creating prosthetic. So yeah, using the liquid latex to harden the prosthetic and to make sure it sticks. Also, I'm taking some of that liquid latex and I'm adding it to areas on my face where I'm going to be creating blisters, because I mean if you're in a car crash, fire, heat, that kind of thing, so your skin is going to blister over. So that's what I'm doing. So while the other areas of liquid latex on my skin are drying, I'm going to be blending in the edges of my wound so that they kind of blend with my skin. So first I set it with some white powder, then I set it with some brown powder, like powder that's my shade, to kind of like make sure it meshes well with the skin and looks more realistic. Fun fact, I'm eating ice cream right now. Anyway, so once the latex areas have dried, I'm going to pop some holes, like just, you know, some tears. So again, your skin is blistering over, you have some holes in it, so that's what I'm going to be doing right there. I also removed the one I put on my chin because it didn't work out. So to add some texture and some layer, I added more liquid latex on top of the already existing dried out latex because it's going to add some nice texture and some, you know, texture to the skin and to the wound. Now I'm going to be taking my Ben Nye Burns and Bruises palette, and I'm going to take the lightest shade, and I'm going to start coloring the wound, like coloring in the area where the glass wounds on my face. Going to be coloring that in, and you're going to color this in and also color it in the liquid latex areas / holes. Then I'm gonna take the darkest shade and I'm gonna do the same thing as I did before. The point about SFX makeup, it's all about shading and it's all about blending. So you have to make it look like it's literally glass coming out of your skin, and you have different colors of blood. So you're gonna use like different shades of red to kind of prove and have like, oh, that realistic blood effect. Now for the blister areas, I'm taking a sponge and I'm taking some of that dark red and I'm coloring those areas, and I'm just like adding a little bit of the red. Now I'm taking that bluish black and I'm using it to shade under my eyes so my eyes look sunken, and also to shade like around the bruises and the bruises, around the blisters as well. And then I'm also going to use like down my neck and a little bit on my forehead to kind of create like a swollen forehead thing. But yeah, here I'm taking a bit of a black face paint to color inside the blisters, like that's dead skin right in there, like black dead skin. I added more liquid latex to add more texture, but I'm also taking that black and I'm also taking the red to kind of color and further shade the areas of the glass wounds. Now I'm taking blood gel. I love this. So it's actually supposed to be liquid, but because it's dried up, it looks like scabbed over blood, which is fantastic. So I'm just taking that and smearing it like all over the glass. I'm smearing it on the plastic as well, smearing it at the base of the wound, and I'm also gonna smear the glass around my lips as well because it just looks so good. It made this look way more realistic with the dried up blood. I'm taking a sponge and I'm taking some of that blood gel and I'm smearing it all over my face, and I'm also smearing the bluish black all over my face just to mix it up and just add some like, I don't know, I just felt like I needed to add more blood, like I needed to add blood to my face. I needed to add like more bluish purple to my face, so that's what I did. So for my eyes, I just added black eyeshadow just around it, just to, you know, do something. And I'm here just blending out the bluish black and blending out the blood. And now I have my wig. I've had this wig for a really long time, and I even thought I would need to buy a new wig for this look, but I didn't. So I just took this wig and I'm using it right now. I felt like it needed another glass like wound. So after I put it on my wig, I put some modeling wax down and I put some glass pieces in there, and now I'm shading and coloring it in so that it actually looks like a wound, stuff like that. And now we are done. I put on white bedsheet because I mean Nigerian ghosts always have white bedsheet on them. So I'm taking some more glue. I said glue, more blood, and this is what I'm using. I'm adding some blood to my chin, I'm adding some blood to my lips, I'm adding some blood to the wounds, and adding some blood to the blisters, and that is it. This is my ghost of Madam Coin Coin, who is haunting this innocent little girl. I can't wait for you guys to see the other looks I'm gonna be creating.
Hello, Arike. She came back. I don't know what to do.
Babe, calm down. I'm coming over right now. Tomorrow morning we will go to someone who can solve all your problems. I didn't want to believe this was a ghost, but it seems like that's the case. I promise you this person will help you.